Hello, and welcome to another Crack-a-Pack. Today we will be opening up our very first pack together from the brand new set, Edge of Eternities. If you went out and played in a pre-release over the weekend, I would love to know how your event went for you. Tell me about the deck that you built or any awesome cards that you opened, and I would love to hear it. Of course, on Friday I'll be showing you my deck from the pre-release and talking about my experience with the set so far. But for now, let's get right into it. We'll first open up this box and pick the pack to open. We'll go through every card in the pack together. And then at the end, we'll make a draft pick. Let's get started. Interesting. Looks like a breakdown of the factions or alien types or something like that. And of course the draft archetypes. Let's grab our pack. All right, let's open it up. First up, we've got Cryo Shatter. It is a single blue for an enchantment aura at common. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -5/-0. When enchanted creature becomes tapped or is dealt damage, destroy it. Ilvoy are masters at the deep freeze, though conditions must be perfect to avoid going to pieces. Weftblade Enhancer is 5 and a white for a 3/4. Drix Artificer at common. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and it has warp for 2 and a white. His people watched the Eldrazi rise and the Fumori fall. Never will they watch again. Shattered Wings is 2 and a green for a sorcery at common. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Surveil 1. The Eumidians sought to keep Evendo a gentle world at any cost. Caveron Turbodrone is 2 and a red for a 2/3 robot scout at common. Tap. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Safe? Buddy, the whole planet is falling apart. We don't have time for safe. Dorgan, Cav Roboticist. Gravkill is 3 and a black for an instant at common. Exile target creature or spacecraft. Sing. When the faller reaches the end of his journey, all things will arrive at the 0 point. What is unending will persist through to the new creation and be ordered accordingly. The theorem unending and final. Antiphon 6. Red Tiger Megan is 3 and a red for a 3/3 artifact creature robot cat at common with haste and warp for 1 and a red. While the Caveron tiger has been extinct for centuries, its renowned ferocity endures. Swarm color is 3 and a black for a 2/4 insect warrior at common with flying, and whenever this creature becomes tapped, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card. The swarm lacked a natural predator, so the Eumidians became one. Reroute Systems is white for an instant at common. Choose 1. Target artifact or creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Reroute Systems deals 2 damage to target tapped creature. Eumidian Terrabotanist is 1 and a green for a 2/3 insect druid at uncommon with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you gain 1 life. To plant the seeds of the other is to cultivate the self. Eumidian Aphorism. Ruinous Rampage is 1 red for a sorcery, uncommon. Choose 1. Ruinous Rampage deals 3 damage to each opponent. Exile all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. Cav Battle Rhetoric teaches that there are no malfunctions on the battlefield, just equipment that need to be utilized differently. Ilvoy Infiltrator is 2 and a blue for a 1/3 Jellyfish Rogue at uncommon. This creature can't be blocked if you've cast 2 or more spells this turn. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Cloudkill agents slip in and out like a breeze. Our rare is Secluded Starforge. It is a land at rare that can tap to add a colorless. Pay 2 tap, tap X untapped artifacts you control. Target creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Or pay 5 and tap. Create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. The heat of a sun condensed into a forge. We've got a foil Galactic Wayfarer. It is 2 and a green for a 3/3 Human Scout at common. When this creature enters, create a lander token. Most say the edge cannot be measured, but some will spend their lives trying anyway. A foil island, a robot token, ooh, and a Tezzeret emblem. Alright, so here is our pack. The rare that we opened is pretty interesting, I think. Seems like a pretty good mana sink for late in the game, where you can generate a robot each turn, or pump one of them up really big and swing in for a lot of damage. So that is certainly something to think about. Some other stuff that has my attention would be the removal spells. I like that Cryo Shatter is incredibly cheap, but it kind of just neutralizes a creature until you can deal with it. And I really like that Gravkill is very straight and to the point. It exiles, so they can't get it back from the graveyard. And as an instant that can target spacecraft, I appreciate that you can let your opponent tap their creatures to station and then get their spacecraft after that, whether it is fully animated or not. So yeah, that is a pretty strong contender, I would say. And then I would say I'm mildly interested in this jellyfish. With things like warp and some of our smaller spells, or spells with cost reduction, I think casting 2 spells in a turn is fairly achievable and might be worth it if you can draw a few cards off of this. But I don't know if I would really want this more than the removal spells we have here. So if we're looking at just these 3, ultimately I think Gravkill is where it's at for me. I would be interested in trying out the land, but I'll go ahead and take that as my pack 1 pick 1, though I would love to know what you would be taking from this pack. I will reassemble it here so you can get a better look at it. There we go. So yeah, leave a comment and let me know what your pack 1 pick 1 would be so that we can talk about it. And like I mentioned at the top, I would love to hear about your pre-release weekend if you went out and played in one. Were there any standout cards that performed super well? Or did you open anything that you want to build around in Commander? I would love to hear about it. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, I would absolutely love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll be back with new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. Your support truly means the world to me, and I hope you have a wonderful day.